presents Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast with your host, Bob Katie and Jay Schmidt.
Welcome to Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast, week number 12. I'll get it right this time instead of last week. No, this is week 13. I did it again. There it is.
NFL week
yeah.
12. Well, it was.
Yeah, but we're going the week ahead.
13,
so,
yes.
yeah. So for us, it's week 13. If I get it right, you'll start it off wrong already. Jeez. Doing really well today. I said that right before we started, too. How good that went.
Yep.
We're back in studio this week.
Yes.
No
Skyping.
no Skyping for the most part. So I guess we'll start off by reviewing week number 12.
Yes.
I don't know why suddenly I got confused with all that. But we'll start reviewing week number 12, and we'll start Eagles 14, Lions 45.
Yeah, Thanksgiving Day. Lions crushing it again on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, crushing it is right. I'm hearing a rumor that they were talking about, this is just rumor in the air, of maybe after the season, the Titans trading for Chip Kelly.
I did hear that, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Noticed that.
That would be, I mean, so is that to say that the quarterback is the only problem in Philadelphia?
I don't know.
You know, I mean, I think it's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. If I'm the Titans, I don't know about that deal.
Yeah, right.
Because who knows what kind of compensation they're going to have to give. But
Right.
the Lions are hot, and the Eagles can't do anything right now.
No.
They are just, in huge degree,
Yeah, Lions 3 straight wins, and Philly's on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, right? I think it's going to go a lot longer
Yeah.
for the Eagles. That's for that. The undefeated Carolina Panthers, 33, against the Cowboys, 14.
Yeah.
And there goes the Cowboys season.
Yeah.
Tony,
Romo done again with a collarbone
say goodbye.
fracture.
Yeah.
They threw 2 pick sixes.
Oh, yeah.
And that was Carolina's premiere on Thanksgiving, and they showed up.
Did they ever?
Yeah.
They showed up and crushed it.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that team is like so fire. I mean, they've just been firing all season long at that level.
Yep.
That's just crazy. So, but the weird thing is now I'm waiting for like a letdown. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm waiting for that letdown. That would be. It's going to be interesting to see if that happens.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. They look like they got the.
I don't know the rest of their schedule. That's the one
go.
thing I wanted to look up before we started, and I forgot. So I wanted to see what the rest of the way was for them.
Pull it up.
On that, but I mean, they got the rest of their division, which isn't exactly the greatest division in the world, too.
Yeah.
You know, they've been handling their division pretty well, and it's not like any of them are threatening them in any way, shape, or form. Well, while you're looking that up, I'll go to the next one. Bears 17, Packers 13.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Chicago's on fire a little bit. 3 of the last 4 was a big division win for them.
Yeah.
At Green Bay.
Who did they lose to the week before? Broncos.
Yep.
That was a close one, though, 17-15.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so they are. They are. I would call the Bears on a hot streak.
Yeah.
Not having a loss doesn't mean they can't be in a hot streak.
Carolina next week they're at New Orleans. The week after that, they're at Atlanta. Or no, they're at home against Atlanta. Week after that at the Giants. And then at Atlanta again. And then to finish it out, Tampa Bay at Carolina.
So they could be looking at 16-0
Yeah, I would say
going
so.
into the playoffs.
If they don't, that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
But Bears, 3 last 4 they won.
And the Packers just look like they don't understand what's going wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They kind of look like, what, this is what we do, and it's not working anymore.
Yeah, that was just an ugly game all around. I watched a lot of that.
Yeah, it was.
It was just Green Bay's lost their second straight at home, which that's
I know.
at Lambeau. That's pretty
Against the division
crazy.
rival,
Right.
too.
So.
That against the division rival, that's pretty brutal.
Yep.
That's pretty brutal. Giants 14, Redskins 20.
I don't.
The Redskins lead the division right now,
Right.
5 and
Yeah,
6.
5 and 6. They are division leaders. They're 5-1 at home and 0-5 on the road.
Do we call the Redskins kind of on a hot streak themselves?
I guess. I don't know.
They're leading the division, you know? I mean,
Kirk Cousins is kind of lighting it up. I mean, I don't know what to say.
leading your division at 5 and 6. What is this NFL world coming to? Just ridiculous. And the
Yep.
Giants, what goes on?
Yeah, I don't.
They look like they look just like the chugging along, easy team going along, and more than any team in that division, they just look like they can just stay above average and keep going.
Yep.
But then they just fall apart. Oh my Lord! Yeah. Vikings 20, Falcons 10.
Atlanta's just in free fall.
How are they? I was shocked when I saw their record. How can they be 6 and 5?
Yeah, I think they went to 6-0 and then they've lost. I don't know. Well, they've lost 5 of their last 6. I wrote that down here.
Dear God, I didn't know they had that good of a record.
Yeah, they blew it out of the gate. They were crushing, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. Matt Ryan's kind of falling apart, and
The defense is finally
their
catching up with them too.
Yeah, their defense is.
And they got their next 3 on the road games on the road.
Yeah, they're.
So that might put the final dagger in them, finish them off. The Vikings, they won last week. Last week was their bounce back win.
Yep.
But I mean, Falcons are supposed to be a good team, but the Vikings handled them pretty well.
Yeah. No, actually, Minnesota lost last week. That was the Green Bay. The week before, I mean.
The week before,
Yeah, this past weekend they won. Yeah. This was their bounce back
yeah.
against Atlanta. Sorry.
No, their bounce back would have been against.
Well, they lost week 11 to Green Bay.
Oh shit, they did. I thought they had one in between. I'm just drunk. I don't know.
The week before that, they won at Oakland.
I'm a mess. What the hell's going on? I got weeks all confused and everything.
All right.
And
Goes
here I
back
thought
up.
I had my homework done. Okay, this is the bounce back win. Good
Yeah,
bounce
this
back
was
win.
Yes.
But they got 2. We're going to find out if they're pretenders or not. They got Seattle and the Arizona
Yep.
next 2 weeks.
Coming up. Yeah.
Both teams on a
Yeah.
Seattle's starting to get hot, and Arizona just has been hot.
Yep.
Just been pretty consistent hot. Though Arizona did lose Chris Johnson there
Yeah.
for the season with a broken fibula, whatever.
So, yeah, something.
One of them bones in your leg.
Some kind of ibula.
Some kind of ibula. Some kind of ibula. So that should be, I mean, that's going to be 2 big games for them.
Mm-hmm.
They can, and the Packers seem to, right when they get the division back, they hand it right back over to the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Rams 7, Bengals 31.
Yeah. St. Louis was, I don't know what's going on there.
St. Louis, I saw a couple parts of that game, and I watched, obviously, the highlights. They looked just outclassed.
Yeah.
They looked like a college football team going against an NFL team.
Mm.
I don't know what my thought with the Rams was always what their quarterback does.
Yeah.
Now it just seems like the whole team doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It looks like a Chinese fire drill out there.
Yep.
And they're 4-7. Ugh.
Yep.
They're a big disappointment for the season.
Yeah, they were.
Big disappointment. The Bengals are nice bounce. Now this is a bounce back
That's
win
a
for
bounce
them.
back,
Okay,
yep.
nice
After
one for them.
2 losses.
Yeah, they did that in style by pounding the Rams.
Yep.
Saints 6, Texans 24. Houston's hot. Now Buffalo lost to Kansas City, who's hot. Now we got to play the Texans that are hot.
Yeah, you guys are hitting all the teams that are hot.
Oh, man, we can't get on our own hot streak. That's the problem. Not much to say about that one. Texans are just,
Yeah,
they're playing lights out right now.
right. In New Orleans, it's first time since 2005 they haven't had any touchdowns in a game.
That firing Rob Ryan really did a great job for their defense. Not good at all.
Nope.
Bucks 12, Colts 25. I thought the Bucks were going to have a little bit more fight,
Yeah, me too.
but it doesn't. It surprises me that the Colts can put up that many points with Hasselbeck.
Yeah.
I'm serious with Hasselbeck.
Right,
They were having trouble putting up that many points with Andrew Luck this year.
Between
But,
that and,
you know,
old man Adam Vinatieri, 4 field goals,
I know, right?
and old man Hasselbeck, 315 yards with 2 TDs.
with
Crazy.
with old man Frank Gore and old man Andre Johnson.
Call them the Indy Olds.
The indie olds. The old timers. And the Colts are tied for the lead in their division.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, they're ahead because they beat the Texans, didn't they? They get the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think so.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So they're ahead in their division. At what's their record? Are they 5 and 5, 6 and 5? I want to say
That
6 and
sounds
5.
right, but
I think both them and the Texans are 6 and 5.
I don't know.
Jay's like, I don't know. The hell with it.
Standings. There we go. They are 6 and 5. Yeah. Yep. They're 3-0 in the division, so they're currently.
That's Houston's
Yeah.
big problem is that they got to finally beat.
Yeah.
To get over the hump, they got to beat Indy.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 6 and 5 teams leading the division again.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins 20, Jets 38. My question for Miami is, they fired their offensive coordinator yesterday, or Monday. We're doing this on Tuesday. On Monday, do they, after this season, do they bail on Tannehill? Do they start looking for his replacement in the draft at least?
I don't know.
You know, I mean, it seems like they're fixing everything around him, but he seems to be the common denominator in all this. They can't get over the hump with him at quarterback,
Yeah.
and he was a stretch to be picked where he was picked in the first place. So I tend to wonder if it's. I mean, look what the Jets are doing with Fitzpatrick, and he's been on like 15 different teams. You know, a matter of fact, I just saw a stat on him. He's the only quarterback in NFL history to throw 4 touchdowns in a game for 4 different teams.
Really?
The Bills, the Texans, the Titans. Was it the Bengals, maybe? He was with the Bengals and Rams, but I think it was the Bengals. So, I mean, if you need a serviceable quarterback, there you go.
Yeah.
He seems to be it. Chargers 31, Jaguars 25. That's just the bull right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Jags came back on them.
Yeah, they
were-
actually, I watched the end of that. They had a chance to win at the end.
Yeah,
But
I'm still on the Jags
Yeah.
bandwagon for a little bit here.
playing good.
Yeah, you know,
Playing
the
good.
Chargers needed to break out a win somewhere
Yeah.
in their injury funk.
Yep. And I read something somewhere that I guess the last time Phillip Rivers had a big game last time they played at Jacksonville too. I should have wrote that down, but I didn't.
Was that next to the line where every quarterback should have a big game at Jacksonville?
Yeah, they said that's like his coming out place. I guess every time he goes there, he has a great
His
game.
coming out plays. Hello, call me Phil. Raiders 24, Titans 21. The Titans are the worst team in the league, according to record.
Yeah.
They are 2-9.
Yeah.
They've just been going right down the toity.
Yeah. Oakland. That was a big win. Come across the country.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders are still, as you say, they're pesky.
Yeah.
I got another name for the Jaguars, though. I feel pesky is like when you say pesky, it's like a team that like is like the Raiders. They're kind of like they're still in the hunt, but they're not.
Yeah.
And I think like the Jaguars are scrappy.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Two terms. Jay's pesky, and I'll go with scrappy on some of them. But I do agree with the Raiders. I think they're pesky.
Yes.
Bills 22, Chiefs 30. Yeah. Right there. Buffalo could have won it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tyrod Taylor had 291 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Sammy Watkins had 158 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah.
And they
shut him out. All right.
Yeah, they just didn't bother with him in the second half. I don't understand it. The Bills' defense is really beat up now. I mean, they just put Kyle Williams on. They lost Alex Carrington, who was playing for Mario Williams, who wasn't playing, and he got hurt and he's on injured reserve. Kyle Williams is having surgery, so he's on injured reserve.
Yeah,
hopefully Mario's coming back for this week, but now they're getting beat up on defense, and unfortunately the defensive guys don't seem like they're coming back. They're going on injured reserve. I think they signed a defensive tackle, a defensive end, and a linebacker today. So I don't know. The talent is there. I'm hoping this is one of those things where, with injuries and this being the first year of this defense and this offensive scheme and everything, that this is going to be one of those years where they're going to come back hot next year because they're going to be in the system. The systems are going to be in, and they're going to be healthy. I mean, it's all. Some of it's really just all about health, but they should have won that game against Kansas City. This was their own. To me, it was more of their own doing. Kansas City's still hot. They had a couple of injuries, though. Houston there, their linebacker. They don't know when he's going to come back.
Yeah, that's big.
That's pretty big for them. But, I mean, if we could get torched by Alex Smith in the third-string running back, I mean, give me a break. Oh, just miserable. Just miserable. Cardinals 19, 49ers 13. That's an ugly game.
Yeah, that was ugly. It was scary for Arizona. San Fran kept it close pretty much the whole game. I don't know if they kind of played down to them there or what.
I think the Cardinals are tired.
Yeah.
They had like 2 back-to-back, like a Monday night and a Thursday night game and something like that. And was it maybe a Sunday night game before that or something? I don't remember. I remember hearing that like they've been on a lot of short weeks or something lately. So
that was the first Arizona win since 2008 in San Francisco.
Really?
So, yep.
Wow.
They've split with them, I guess, the last since 2008, obviously.
And the 49ers' whole season, I thought, was just the epitome of Carson Palmer threw that ball directly at the 49ers defensive back, had it in his hands in the end zone, and he just dropped it.
Yeah.
It was like, that's your whole season, dude, right there.
Yep.
That's the whole season. Here we go, second one. Steelers 30, Seahawks 39.
Yep.
Pittsburgh did not have a good day, although they said it looks like Ben's going to be back for next week.
Yeah.
So,
well, he had a pretty good day, 456 yards, the most ever put up on Seattle.
Yeah.
And
But Seattle was Russell Wilson was just lights out.
yeah,
He had just as
our secondary's horrible.
he had just of an effective
yeah,
game on the other side, if not more.
yep,
Yeah, I mean, it was just a chance for the Steelers to get one more step up.
yeah.
In the,
Well, yeah, that would have put us in the driver's seat pretty much for the wild
all
card.
you would have to do is win out.
Yeah, but now we have to win out pretty much. So
I think just about every team is in win-out mode, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
yeah,
The Bills are definitely a win. Well, if they lose one more game, it's over.
Yep.
It's lights out for them.
Yep.
They'd have to have way too much happen
yeah,
to have a good. The Seahawks lost Jimmy Graham
yes.
for the season, which I don't know how bad that is because I don't think they know how to use him.
They were just starting. I mean, this game he was getting hot a little bit. They were getting a little bit of a connection. You could see it. You know, he was hitting them, but yeah, lost him for the year. So, but
And I wrote something down. I don't know if I can read it.
I can't read my writing either. I got some other notes here, but
Oh no, I was just reading that the Seahawks are getting hot and they're coming back to form and
yeah,
they're starting to look a resemblance of the playoff Super Bowl team.
yeah.
Maybe not the Super Bowl team, but they're getting back to a playoff form, I think.
Yeah, well, they're more of an offensive team this year, and they said that during the game too.
Yeah.
If they're more offensive than defensive than it used to be, their defense was carrying them. Now it looks like their offense kind of has to carry them if they're gonna keep going.
They
So,
kind of look like the same like Pittsburgh's doing right now too.
Yeah.
Just more of a offensive team than usually trying to be a defensive team.
yep.
Patriots 24, Broncos 30.
Woohoo!
And in the same,
Yes.
Patriots now have one loss,
Yes.
and I think they're in trouble.
They lost Gronkowski too. So
He's weak to day to day, whatever.
day to day. They're
Yeah,
saying.
I think they're saying day. I don't think he's going to play this week, but
Yeah.
I think he's pretty much after that goes day to day.
Yep.
I think they're in trouble. One of the big things that I notice year to year is all these teams that start off hot or they're down the stretch. When do they get hot and when do they fizzle?
Yeah.
And the Patriots, I feel like probably more because of injury. But still, it's like now all of a sudden, it's like the NFL teams are like, okay, you got some injuries, but we're kind of figuring you out a little bit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If we're not going to win, we're going to make it damn difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Patriots are going to be in trouble. I think they could be limping into the playoffs.
Yep.
And if that's the case, I mean, it's like it's going to be free pickings.
Yeah.
They're not in a good place. On the other hand, the Broncos, I feel, are going to start getting hot with a little resurgence here.
Yeah. Osweiler looked good.
Yeah, I mean he's
him-
running
and
that defense pretty good.
Let him to come back there, and that was good.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Did Brady have a pick six in that game?
I didn't rate that he did.
I knew he had an interception. I think. I thought maybe not.
He didn't write anything down, but
Yeah, I think the Patriots are in trouble, and they're showing cracks at the wrong time of the year.
right.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm a little worried about the Cardinals in a way too, because they're it's the 49ers, and it's hard to gauge interdivisional games sometimes.
Yep.
But they're looking like they're kind of clawing to stay at that level.
Yep.
And this is not the time of year where you want to be where you want to have a dip, because it could really, really hurt.
It's true.
Like the Packers too. They're
Yeah,
and that's what you just don't see out of the Panthers. They're just I mean, they're just
yeah, they're looking good. Like I said, I thought that game for Carolina might have been a little,
trip up.
but obviously wasn't.
No. I mean, And the Monday night game. What a great ending.
Yeah, great game. Yeah.
Ravens 33, Browns 27. If you could have just watched the last 2 minutes of that, like 4 possessions, 1 interception, just and 1, of course, blocked field goal for a touchdown.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't even intend on watching it. I turned it on and I'm like, wow, this is actually a really good game for 2 teams with really nothing to play for other than pride and beating the hell out of each other. So it's a great football game.
It's so the Browns to lose that way. As a Bills fan, I'm going, even we don't lose that way. You know?
I know, that's and that kid Davis actually played pretty good for Cleveland.
Yeah.
And, what did we say? McCown's out for the season.
Yeah.
So they
broken collarbone.
Probably, I don't know, maybe going to go with him and other than Johnny Football. We'll see.
Yeah. The Browns...
Kid look good.
Pesky. You say pesky. I think they're more scrappy than pesky. But they're pesky because they're in your division.
Yeah.
And you guys, they seem to always kind of at least needle you a little bit once a season. I had some things. It seems like this year more than any year, the refs are the third opponent now.
Yeah. Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah, it's like you go into a game and you have to, it used to be you went into a game and if you were prepared and everything, you just had to play against the other team.
Yeah.
And you hope the ball bounces your way. Now it's not only you have to prepare for the other team, you have to hope for the ball to bounce your way and you have to hope that the referees go in your favor.
Yeah, get the calls right and
yeah.
I mean, during that Pittsburgh game, and I don't know if you saw the what's his I can't think of his name there. Their cornerback Sherman. He literally shoved Antonio Brown to the ground and then intercepted the ball because I'm like, where the hell did he throw that? And they showed it. They showed the replay. He literally shoved him in the back and pushed him down to the ground, and no call. I mean, with an intercept. I'm like, that was a horrible call.
It is. And speaking of the referees, is it me or does it seem like, you know what? If we have third down and forever, everybody go deep and I'll just throw it and we'll get a pass interference.
Yeah.
It seems like everything is a pass. What was it? The Cardinals game where they had like the Cardinals kept getting first downs, first and goal, because they threw it like 3 times and got pass interference on every single play. It was like, oh my God, just enough. They're not letting these teams play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're just not. Buffalo should have 2 more wins with the Jacksonville game and the Giants game. We're just completely, just blatantly taking points off the board for us with calls that weren't even there.
Yep.
And it was ridiculous.
Well, there's no consistency. That's if you're going to let them play. But then, like 1 week they'll let them play, and the next week everything's pass interference.
Yeah.
Or holding, or whatever. There's always there's no consistency, I guess.
And what's a catch?
Right.
Again, the Bills got screwed because of a wrong call. Yeah. Not that we would have won the game, but I don't chalk this up with the other 2. The Jacksonville game and the Giants game for Buffalo, they literally took points. Were calling back touchdowns.
Yeah.
Or prolonging a drive by the other team, by Jacksonville in the last minutes of the game. The one against the Chiefs, I mean, it would have prolonged the Bills, and I mean, I don't know. To me, it just didn't feel like, we got ripped off by it. But 2 of them, Rex Ryan should have thrown the review on both of them. But the one was the one, not Deshaun Jackson, who's Macklin, Jeremy Macklin. Yep. He caught it, and the tip of the ball hit the ground. Because he was sliding into the bomb when it was coming down the catch. And that one I was like, wrong angle. I can understand that one. That Rex should have thrown that. That's not the one that kills me. In the last 2 minutes, Chris Hogan for Buffalo catches the ball, turns, takes 2 steps, which is then a catch, according to it, right? That's a football move. And then he gets hit, falls on the ground completely, and then the ball comes out, and they rule it incomplete. And it's like, what? What? Are you kidding? What's a catch anymore?
Right. Yeah.
What is a catch anymore? Just ridiculous shit.
Yes.
Winners and losers. Winners.
Detroit, Minnesota, Kansas City, Oakland, and Denver. I got on there.
I had Kansas City, obviously, for keeping it alive.
Yep.
Texans for keeping it going. Broncos, obviously, for beating the Patriots.
Yeah.
Bears for beating the Packers. And the Redskins for being on top of the damn division.
Yeah. Yeah.
How the hell did that happen?
Too. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
We fell asleep on that, didn't we? Losers?
Dallas, the Packers, the Saints, Falcons, and San Fran. Just
we almost had the same
teams
one. I had the Giants, Packers, and Cowboys. I put the
Giants.
Bills and Steelers just because they went backwards in their playoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could end up being any loss at this point is a huge loss for either of them being in the wild card hunt. Your winner?
My overall winner was the Bears.
The Bears.
Big division win.
Mine was the Broncos beating the Patriots.
Yeah. Yep.
Huge.
Yep.
Without Peyton. Huge. Loser?
My disappointment was Pittsburgh. Should have won that game.
I put the Cowboys just because without loss of Romo pretty much puts a really big done over them, cooked. If I had a fork, I'd stick it in them.
Yeah.
My dumpster top 5 from 5 to 1, I go with the Saints. They fire their defensive coordinator, come off a bye week, and they're still shitty. Cowboys for losing Romo in the season. Dolphins, they're firing everybody, but don't seem to realize maybe their quarterback's a problem. Eagles, well, I think it's self-explanatory there. And top dumpster fire is still the Browns. They're not kidding. They need to. The Eagles are close. But the Eagles are getting close.
Yeah.
It's getting laughable. How'd you do that week?
10-6.
I went 10-6 also.
Oh, all right.
Jay's like, damn it.
I had a good week.
I have one of those weeks. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't even fill out the. Oh, well, we got to do this anyway. Yeah, we'll be back in a second.
Listen to Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast every Wednesday wherever you find Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Get a hold of us at Bob and Jay's Pass Rush at gmail.com and at Pass Rush Podcast on Twitter. Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Shut up!
We're back. And I filled out a couple. I still got one I haven't picked, and I'm going to wait literally till we get down there because it's just killing me. I don't know where to go with it. So we're going to do our picks for week 13.
Yes.
If I can get that right. Packers, Lions.
I'm going Detroit. They're on a hot streak at home. Green Bay's in trouble. Going Detroit.
I think I'm going with Green Bay because I think I think they want a little bit of revenge and to get things back on track. I still have trouble going against Team Rodgers there. Mr. Discount double check. And I just don't know what to think about the Lions. Suddenly they're this like juggernaut, but I just don't. I just have like this thing of like, are they real or are they not? I don't know. I think we'll find out more after this week. If they beat the Packers again, then I'm definitely off the Packer bandwagon, and I'll be more inclined to go with the Lions on more serious note. Jets, Giants.
I'm taking the Jets.
I am too.
Giants are a mess.
It's the fight for the swamp there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Jets are just a better team.
I think so.
Just an all-around better team.
Yeah.
Texans, Bills.
I'm going with Buffalo. They're going to bounce back.
I'm going with the Texans.
Injuries, but I'm going with Buffalo.
I'm going with the Texans. I have no faith in my team thing because I don't. They're just disheartening. I hate when they lose and they have talent. That's the most frustrated I get as a fan, is when they have all that talent and they still just lose. And it's like, how do you do that? How do you accomplish that?
Yeah.
Talent is supposed to at least get you to a certain point, and then somebody, coaching or, systems, offensive, defensive systems are supposed to take you to the, another part of the way. But, I don't know. I think the Bills are going to seal their fate this week with a loss and get the whole playoff system out of their head that they're going to be in it. So watch, and then they'll probably warm up and win the rest of their games. Ravens, Dolphins. This was a hard one.
Where are we here? Yeah, I know. I'm going to go with Miami just because they're at home.
I want to, but I can't. I'm going with the Ravens. I think even with Matt Schaub, and the Cleveland's got a better defense what they went up against. So the Dolphins just, I don't know if there's any more people to fire. So I don't know. Bengals, Browns.
I'm going Cincinnati. I'd like to pick Cleveland here, but I'm going with Cincinnati.
Yeah, I don't even know if Browns are going to be pesky.
Yeah, they will be. It's at Cleveland. It's always a tough place to play. I think it's going to be a close one.
I think we're going to find out Austin Davis was cut for a couple times by the Rams for a reason, and they just have and Pettin is just like Johnny Manziel is not going to see this football field.
Yeah,
he's going to go down. He's going to ride Austin Davis the rest of the way. I got a feeling if it's his choice. But I take the Bengals. Yeah, Jaguars, Titans.
I'm going with Jacksonville.
I'm going with Jacksonville too.
Yep, Tennessee's horrible.
Yep. Oh yeah. Tennessee is horrible.
What's to say about that one?
I think Jacksonville is starting to smell a little bit of momentum.
Yep.
And probably by the end of the season, they'll probably be disappointed that their season's over with because they'll just be getting some more traction.
Yep.
49ers, Bears.
The Bears.
Yep.
With the Bears.
No need to say anything on that one. This is the one. Seahawks, Vikings.
I'm going Minnesota.
Ay. You know what? I'll go with Minnesota too. Why not? Why not? Even though, that was the hardest one, I think. Falcons, Bucks.
I'm going Bucks. Atlanta's a mess.
Yeah, going Bucks too. Cardinals, Rams.
I'm going Arizona.
Yeah, the Rams
I think
are a mess.
the Rams are.
I think the Rams and the Falcons should play. That'd be a beautifully designed disaster.
Yeah.
The Chefs and the Raiders.
I'm going Oakland.
I kind of wanted to go Oakland, but I'm going to go Kansas City.
A funky feeling there. They're going to pull an upset out.
Jay's got a funky feeling. He has a funky feeling, folks.
Yep.
You know what? I kind of wanted to go with the Raiders, but every time I've kind of gone with them, they've bit me in the ass.
Just when you think they're going to be all right.
Yeah, I'm not falling for that again. Broncos, Chargers.
I'm going Denver.
I think Denver keeps rolling.
Yeah.
Panthers.
Panthers.
Or the Saints.
Panthers.
Yeah. Yep. Although this feels like a trap game.
I know.
It does.
I was going to say that too. New Orleans been playing so crappy, and
New Orleans this season has a tendency to get beat down and everybody kind of write them off,
Yep.
and then they pop up on every third game or something and
That
play
had
really well. But
for some reason, I have a feeling about that one too. But I'm going to go Carolina.
yeah, I am
Gotta
too.
stick with that.
Been like I said, I've only not picked them 1 week. So Eagles, Patriots.
This to me also has some sort of feeling of a trap, but I'm going with New England.
And they said Bradford was, not that it really matters, but
Yeah.
Bradford was practicing this week. So
Yeah,
it feels like.
But I got to go with New England. Philadelphia's been so shitty.
It just feels like you're getting the wounded,
Right. Coming
The-
off of a trip to Denver on Sunday night. And, I don't
The
know.
Eagles have extra rest.
Yeah,
Yeah, this could be.
I doubt it, but I just got a feeling about that one too. I don't know.
You taking the Patriots?
I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots also. Colts, Steelers.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Uh,
Shocker.
Yeah. Way too much offensive firepower with Ben coming back.
Yeah.
They just have to keep him
At
in the
home.
game.
They're at home, and
Yeah, I don't think.
Sunday night it's going to be electric, and I think they'll make Hasselbeck look like his age this year or this week.
I think the Colts offense will do well.
Yeah.
Your defensive backfield isn't the greatest in the
Yeah.
world. I just think the offense is going to be way too much for
Yeah.
the Colts to handle.
We'll see.
So I think the Colts were going to have to score 30-some points
Yeah.
to win, and they ain't going to do that.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's defensive backfield might be not good, but it's not a mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of not that good right at the
Yeah.
moment. Cowboys, Redskins.
No, I'm going Washington.
Me too.
Yep. They're on fire. Division leaders.
The great Kirk Cousins.
Big division game, and
Woohoo!
suddenly on fire. Washington Redskins.
Yeah. Do we want to give out our email address stuff? I guess we should.
Yeah.
You can
See if we can not
send us
screw it up.
I'll screw it up because I don't know it already.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, Jay can do it. He's got it probably written down.
Yep, I do. You can reach us by email at bobandjayspassrush@gmail.com or on Twitter at PassRushPodcast.
Woohoo!
I did it.
All right. You did it. I would have really messed that up. For some reason, that just will not stick in my head.
If you want to send us pics or just
Tell us that we
general
suck or whatever.
bashing,
Yeah.
go
You
right
know,
ahead.
beat us up because of our teams, whatever
Yes.
you want to do. Any feedback is good feedback. Give it to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
And I guess that's it.
that's it.
Till next week when we'll do week 14. So, all right. Everybody enjoy some football.
Enjoy it. Bye-bye.
From Homebrew Studios, this has been Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast, brought to you by Bob and John Super